Hey guys, my name is Tracy. I'm a certified medium with Inner Being Awakened, helping to empower the empathic collective so you can take back your power and create your heaven on earth. So, today's episode about energy talks is called Life Gets Better When We Work Together. And so I'm just going to read you what I channeled and some of the things that happened to me this week. So I burnt myself this week, and Oren said to me, this is the little burn that I got. It wasn't very nice. And Oren said to me, pop the blister. I said, no, I know my body and it heals quicker having the fluid heal it, and then it won't get infected. Well, it didn't matter because the very next day I hit my arm while doing laundry. And I know it's gross, but the blister exploded. I put an antibacterial cream on it thinking it would be enough, but a day later it was infected, and even after using tons of peroxide, it still wouldn't clear up. Anyways, the point to my story is we're all different. Oren has always done it the way he suggested and been fine, and I almost lost my foot as a teenager to a blister that got infected. I was actually on an IV for a week in bed. So we are all different, and therefore to get the same results, we can't always use the same advice or do things the same as the next person. Yet for some reason, people are always being put inside of a box like one size fits all. You can see it every single place you go. School, workplaces, everything that's happening in the world right now. If you don't do things a certain way, then you're not accepted or you're shunned from being a part of the group. So I read this really great quote posted by Nicole Parody, and she's also a healer and I follow her on Instagram. And she wrote, what if no one's side was right or wrong? What if we listened and understood instead of judged? What if we learned instead of resisted? What if we loved instead of hated? And what if we stopped thinking our thinking is the only way? And what if we saw God in everything instead of using God to harass each other? What if? What is good for one person is not good for all. I've always felt that this dimension was a school to learn and evolve. But if we are always being forced into things, how can we grow and learn? We need to start looking at solutions to problems in a way that it is us versus the problem instead of you versus me. When we can really actually respect each individual, then we can learn and grow into deeper understanding. And maybe if we realize this, we could understand how everything fits together. And so that was just a simple little thing that I experienced this week. And I just feel like when someone's trying to force you into something, or gaslight you, or you try and explain your side of the story and they don't want to listen and they want to kind of like put everything on you and make you look bad, it's like there's something wrong here. Isn't that usually when there's an agenda? So I think it's time we really start listening to the other side of the story, and really starting to understand where other people are coming from. And if we're in a space that makes someone do something, there's something wrong with that. Like that should be a huge red flag that if things are being forced upon people, there's something wrong. There's something bigger. There's an agenda. So I think we really need to start really caring for one another. And if things are being forced on your brother or sister, don't you think you should maybe like help out and take a stand and care for one another? Because if it's them this time, the next time it's going to be you. And this is the way it works. So do what you feel you need to do. But as soon as you see someone being attacked or forced into something, this should be a sign that we need to help and we need to work together and we need to stand united and care for one another. And so the unfortunate thing is, if we don't do this collectively, the people that are enforcing and following along with it all are going to go into some really intense things in the world. And it's not something I'm saying to be a mean person. It's just, as a healer, I've seen it. And it's been talked about by many people that do the same type of downloading of universal understanding. So now is the time that we stand together in humanity and we really look at each other as our most important pieces of the family, because we are all interconnected and we're all in this together. You guys got this.